Hey guys, so in this video I'll be showing you how to build a website on Webflow, and we'll be using a template in order to get the website up and running quickly. So if this is something you'd like to learn how to do, then watch this video. Okay, so here we are on Webflow. So first you'll just need to sign up for an account. So we can check over here in their pricing. Okay, so you can get started for free just to experiment with the platform over here. Okay, so you'll just select this plan here to get started. And then once you have a website ready and ready to go live, then you can subscribe to one of their plans here. Okay, so once you have an account, you can go to the dashboard. Okay, and then it'll look like this. So what we want to do is just add new site. So I have some sites here already, so yours will be empty if this is a new account. So what you want to do is just go here to new site. Okay, and then you can choose which option you'd like to do. So I'll just do the template to start, as it gives you a good foundation, but you can start from scratch. So in this video, I'll do the template starting point, but if you want me to cover, say, building a website completely from scratch or using their AI site builder, then let me know in the comments and I'll work on it in the future video. Okay, so I'll just select template here. Okay, and then over here, you can see the different types of templates. So they have free and paid templates over here. Okay, so let's just filter this by what they recommend for business sites. Okay, and then if you want to see more templates, we can just open up their store here so you can see a much wider view. Okay, so let's just view categories. So we'll just create a basic business website. So scrolling down here, so they have every industry, so home services, medical, personal. The layouts are pretty similar. It's just you get the content, so it gives you an idea of sections, which you can just replace with your content. So that's why I like picking the specific category compared to just a standard template. Okay, so I'll just do, for this tutorial, let's do personal. So like a personal website. And then over here, you can select free only. So do free only. Okay, so we have two options available here. So we can view details. So you can check here and you can already see the website right in the browser here. So there's a lot of animations. I don't really like this kind of animation. I feel like I might get a seizure. So I'm not going to go with this one. Okay, let's go back and then get this one as well. And again, with templates, they're not set in stone, so you can still completely change everything. It provides a good starting point. So let's see the animations here. So yeah, so this one looks a lot cleaner and there's no popping animations. So I like this one. Let's go and use for free. Great. And then create site. Let's just say Sean's portfolio. Create site. Okay, awesome. So the template has been imported and we are now in the Webflow builder here. Okay, so we can see all the different sections. And then what you want to look at is here on the side is the elements. So if you haven't developed websites before from scratch, each item here is an element, which we can edit individually over here. So if I click on one, it highlights it here on the side as well. So this is the current element we're editing, and it's the hero name element here. Okay, so you can double click on that and I'll just change it to my name, so Sean. And then on the right side here is where you can edit the actual styles of the element. Okay, say if I want to change it to less bold, so I can do that over here. Okay, and then if I want to add some spacing such as padding, so padding is within this box, and then margin is outside the box. So if I put 5 margin, it will do 10. So let's see, it pushed the box down by 10 pixels. But if I go here into padding at the top here and put 10, now we can see that within the box, 10 pixels has been added between the element and the box. So that's how padding and margin works. Okay, so I just keep it like that. And I'll change the name here. Okay, and then let's just look over more of the features here. Okay, so we can add a background. You need to be careful as you want to be selecting the actual element that you want to add the background to. Because if I add the background here, then it'll only affect this box. So you can see over here, I'll just change the color for example. Okay, so it only changes the color of this box. So I just revert that. And now let's just add an element underneath here, and then I'll just add my picture. So to add another element, you want to go in the left-hand side toolbar here. And these are the available elements. Okay, so first I'm just going to add a div block to hold our image element. So right here. Okay, and then within the block here, we see here that this div block here is within this hero container. You can see the tabs. So I'll just name this hero image. Okay, and then within that div, I'll add in another element. So I'll do image here. You can see media, and then I'll add it in there. And then I'll add in an image. Okay, so I'll just upload an image of myself. Okay, and then I'll add it to the assets here. So that's uploading now. Like that image, and awesome. So this image is now here. Okay, and then I'll delete this image down here as we don't need that one. So you can just hit delete. I'll delete the image. And then over here is important is the width. You want to make sure if you want it centered, you set it to auto on each side. And the max width, so if you only want it to be 50%, you can set that up like that, but I'll keep it 100%. Okay, so I'll take up the full container. And then over here, if you want to edit the actual container size, then you can do that within the div. You can set it with specific pixels as well. Okay, so I'll just do %. There we go, that's 100%. And then we can set this to a flex grid. Okay, and then keep everything horizontally aligned. Okay, and then over here, so we can make this align center like so. Okay, so now it's 100% of the actual container. Okay, and then over here in the hero wrapper, we can go down here into background, and then we can change the color. So let's just make it say black. So that's how you change the color. Or we can add, say, a background image. So let me just remove the coloring here. Do image. Then you can choose the image. I'm just using what they have available here. This square picture, so I'll use this. Okay, and then you can set it to cover, contain, or custom. So that's just the way that it's positioned. So I would recommend doing cover, as it will cover the actual box. And then you can set the position of the image down here. This is kind of where it's being focused. So I'll just keep it at the center. Okay, great. So we have our hero section done over here. Okay, so the next important component of a website is the header. So I'll go up here into the header, and then you can click into that, and then you can edit the components here individually. So it's the same concept. So the main navbar element is broken down into a container, and it's in a 2-grid column. And you click on the element. So here's the logo. So I can just change the name here as well to on portfolio. Okay, and then over here is the nav links. Okay, so I'm just doing one page for this example, but if you want to link to other pages, then you can do that through link text elements. So we can click into this, and then over here we can add a specific link. Okay, just here in settings, and then you can add the URL here. Okay, so I won't have any additional pages, but if you have other pages, then you'll just link it here, and then you can change the name here. Okay, home. Okay, and then you can click over here to select a specific page on your website. Okay, so I'll just use a change log as an example. I'll delete this one here. You can just left click and then delete the element directly. And this is a drag and drop builder as well, so you can move the links as you please here. But sometimes it's just easier to move it within the navigator here. See, just drag it up to the top section within this container, and then that's the first link. So that's the header. So let's just look at the other sections here. Okay, and just make sure with spacing, so any elements that aren't being used, you can just delete. Okay, so I'll just keep everything here by default because it's just the same concept. So you just go in and you can edit the content, add additional elements to the left side here. Okay, and then another important part with building a website is making sure that it looks good on all platforms, right? So right now we're in desktop, and this is how it looks like on an ultra wide screen. Tablet would look like this. So as we can see here, the tablet view doesn't look nice. So what we need to do within the hero wrapper is add some padding. So we'll do that. Change this to say 4 rems. Okay. Just need to increase here. You can use the slider as well, just so we can see the content here, like so. And even with the image, if it's too big, we can make it smaller. So go here into the hero image container and lower the width, say 60. Putting the image here. So now the image is smaller there, and then that kind of messed up the layout. So just make the rems here lower now. So 10 rems instead. Okay, and then if you make changes to a lower resolution, then it'll be automatically modified on the lower sections as well. So if you see here on mobile, still 10 rems here, but if we go back up to desktop, then it's the original 2 rems for the spacing. So just go back here, and then again, we need to make some adjustments. Okay, so I just increase this and then check on vertical mobile and increase the rems here too. Okay, great. So you want to make sure you just check all the elements and on every screen size, as that's important as it affects user interaction and conversions. You just want to make sure all the information is legible. So we can see over here that this text is too large on mobile. So we can just change it to say 1 rem. Okay, so it looks better. You can read the full text. Go back here to desktop. Okay, and then over here, you can look at your different pages. So if you want to add more pages, then you can do that here, as well as e-commerce. So this will just be a landing page website. Okay, you can look at different components here. Okay, and then if we scroll down to the bottom, there'd be a contact form section here, which there is. It says get in touch, and that'll link to the contact form. Okay, so now let's look at our website here. So we can go into play, and then I'll just show the website fully, and then we can go here into share if you want to share this directly in the browser. So I'll just copy the link, and in a new tab, I'll paste this in. Okay, so this is how it'll look like on its own separate link. Okay, so you can share this to a client or your team. And over here as well, the cool thing about Webflow is there's good collaboration tools. If you're building this website for a client and you're asking for revisions, then they can just come in here and then leave a comment, say, change image to other image. Okay. And then the classic comment over here, make logo bigger. Okay. And over here, you can see the comments, and you can make replies as well. So it's only my account, this project, but if you have multiple collaborators, then you can start a chat here. Okay, and then when you're ready to publish the site, you just click publish here. And then you can add a custom domain, which is important for SEO and just having a brand behind your website, because right now it's just a domain branded website. Okay, and you can purchase a domain directly through Webflow over here. And again, you'll need to upgrade your plan before publishing your website. Okay, and then you select your domain, and when you're ready to go live, then you just click publish to select a domain. Now it's publishing the website, and then this is the site. Okay, so it looks like this. Then if we click on the link here, it takes us to the other page. And just for SEO optimizations, we want to give our page, say, a title. So go here into pages, and then our home page here, and we can go here into settings. Okay, and then we can open up our SEO settings over here. So we can just change this to title tag, because right now it's the default template title. So we'll just say portfolio, and then the meta description. So this is just a preview of how it would look like Google or other search engines, and then say see my work. And the other ones you can leave off by default. And this is just additional SEO settings you can look over, but just make sure you have the title and the description. Okay, and click save. I recommend Webflow as it's a very intuitive drag and drop builder, and you're able to customize every element, and it still allows you to develop with custom code if needed. So you're still able to modify the CSS and create custom elements. So this concludes the end of the video. I hope you're able to learn more about Webflow. If you need any help on any web design or web development projects, you can contact me at mapletmedia.ca. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date on my latest videos, and thanks for watching.